What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are breaking down 5 things that Buakaw does that help create his style. It explains why he's so effective, and we're not just looking at basic things like, oh, how does he throw a jab? What's the technique of a jab? We're looking at specific things that he executes which makes his style so effective. One of the best things that you can honestly do to improve your skill set is to watch the highest level fighters in the world and go, what are they doing? I'm gonna try that out for myself. I'm gonna see if it works, and if it does, I'm gonna keep it in my arsenal. And it's no different today, except I'm just breaking down for you very fast. Instead of you having to go and watch fights and go, okay, what is Buakaw really good at? We're just gonna go, here are 5 things that I can throw, that I can try and add in to my arsenal. First thing, most people know, Buakaw, he is so effective with his left switch kick. Many people are. What does he do that makes him exceptional? To me, he's able to utilize it to control the range of his opponents. So he can use it offensively for slamming it in, but equally as well, he can use it defensively, and he can put these 2 things together. So the next time you throw a left leg switch kick and you come in, boom, most likely somebody's gonna try and block, and they're gonna try and step forward and counter. If you can do what Buakaw does, which is move forward slightly, land your kick, move backwards slightly, land a defensive kick, all of a sudden you go from offense to defense. And you're able to land your offensive, stop them with your defensive, and win the entire exchange. The footwork is I move slightly forward, I land my kick, I can come back down and then switch backwards, or if you're more advanced, off my drop, I can create that extra range to throw my next kick. Very, very impressive move, which Buakaw does. The next thing which I love from him is the drop of his head that he throws when he jabs. This keeps him super safe. Most people, when they jab, they keep their head fairly neutral. But Buakaw keeps his chin fairly tucked. He'll step forward and he'll drop his head and essentially have to look through his eyebrows to still see what's happening. When he does this, he's able to get his head so buried behind his shoulder that any looping shots which come are not going to land. In addition, when he throws like this, any straight shots are not going to land. The only danger is the uppercut. So when he's here, he only has one thing to worry about, and it's very easy for him to get that elbow across to block. So it's a nice, effective way for him to control range before he gets to that left round kick. Or the next technique which we're talking about, which is his teep. Many people, when they throw a front kick, they hit, they rechamber, they drop. Their hands stay here or they swing down. The lead one swings down. But what Buakaw does is he kicks his leg through and draws it back, kind of like a Thai side kick. He's a little bit lazy with it, but I think the angle downwards really hits on the belt line and forces people backwards, making it very difficult for them to get their counters off. In addition, quite often, he will elongate his arms. So if any shots do come as he's lifting his knee, he's in a very safe position. He just happens to get that lead arm out, tap, 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 and then boom. And it's so effective the way he does it. The next thing which I love doing this in sparring sessions, it works so well, is hand positioning when you throw your knees. We all know that Buakaw is amazing at knees. Sometimes he'll control the person's head. He'll step up, he'll grab, he'll pull down, but everybody knows how to do that. What if we can't control their head, or we want to maintain safety around our head in case punches come? What he'll do is he'll switch and he'll put his hands out, or he'll step forward and he'll put his hands out. These now are acting basically as barriers between somebody else trying to throw shots. And if they do start throwing shots and they bank off his arms, then their stomach is wide open and he can land freely. So he's here, and then all of a sudden he's gonna skip, put his hands out, and then fire the knee down the middle. Always got arms in the way. Very effective technique to control the arms of your opponent and make sure nothing can land. Arms out, meaning when they throw shots, they're gonna only get to about here. there's not much power. I do like this alternative, but it means that people are definitely going to get more range in their punch, which will equal more force. The last element which we're going to talk about is his long guard. He is not somebody, Buakaw, who picks off shots like this very often. His hands are out here. He usually has them bouncing. He's doing his little steps. And when he sees something come, he buries his head and he posts his hand out. And from there, very similar to like when he throws his jab, he's fairly safe. He's fairly guarded up. And as soon as somebody throws, when he goes like this, he takes a little step back, he can execute his switch and then come to his big round kick. Everything I showed you today, the 5 things, you tie them together and you probably get something like 70% of what Buakaw does in his fights. Of course, he's capable of doing more, but these are the things in my mind that he's best at. That long guard, you're standing there, you see somebody come, post out. You could go off the other side, but generally he'll come off his left. Sometimes he keeps his arm tight, his other side. Sometimes he'll elevate and he'll put palm out and the soft portion of the glove up to the forehead. Either one works. Either one makes it very difficult for anybody to land good, effective combos. And yes, his body's exposed, but guess what? His stomach and his core conditioning is so solid that I've never seen him get hurt to the body with punches. So there's a nice explanation, a breakdown of what makes Buakaw so good. If you can take these 5 elements, try them in your training, try executing them in sparring, and keep anything that seems to be successful for you, you can start embodying that Buakaw style and hopefully elevate your own fight game. Let's call it there, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, please give it a like. If you haven't already, join the channel, get subscribed. As always, train hard. I will see you back here soon for another video.